Hello and welcome. Right on time today, everything falling into place right at the same time. And isn't that fun? We love it when technology just kind of lines up for us. Carolina, hello. And Asta, good to see you again, Asta. So here we are. Spring is coming here. It's really nice. Slowly and surely, seeing the flowers sprout. And wisdom happy. I like this title, which chilling to being. Yes, my little hello out there that goes out to on YouTube. So it's nice to see. I just love it in the spring when the little buds are just popping and there's this like it's like this fluorescent green leaves and the little flowers that come out here with Ivy and Filter cats. Ivy is next to me. Okay, this is Sydney and Carl. Hi, Carl, welcome. So good to see everybody. So here we are, time for chilling the bean. Yes, and let's get started. We'll see what comes up to do today, to focus on today. We never know where we're going to go. It's totally unplanned. It's just what comes through. What comes up and what comes up, it also depends on who's showing up and, what comes into the mix here. So let's take a nice deep breath in, hold it at the top, and then exhale all the way out. You can do it fast, you can do it slowly, but just exhale all of the air in your lungs out, and even squeezing your muscles to just push it out. And then you just take a breath in automatically. Your body says, okay, and the breath will happen. It takes willpower to stop breathing. Somehow the image of little kids who hold their breath to like get their parents to do something or whatever, and holding their breath. That's like willpower right there coming in. But you'll naturally breathe back in unless there is some blockages and external or internal to breathing. Having said that, just kind of bring your awareness into, just notice your regular breath here, just in this present moment, without shifting it or anything. Maybe just kind of become aware of what you're sitting on. Notice the texture. The resistance against your body, more or less resistance depending on the material, what you're sitting on. And even if you're standing, the same thing. Letting your breath slow down a bit. As we come down, as our awareness drops down out of our heads, we automatically get into just slowing down. Everything slows down. The breathing, the nervous system, the heart rate, and in that slowing down, you might notice little things all of a sudden or become aware of little things, because for up here a lot, which is very common, there you don't notice what's kind of below the surface of like right here, the surface that's like right under at the edge of your chin, right below your head. So when we start to slow down, it gives us time to really connect in and without even doing a lot to connect in, we just become aware. It's like, oh, wow, I'm really feeling this. This is coming up. And it could be just kind of like kind of jittery feeling. It could be, it doesn't have to be thoughts. It doesn't have to be emotions, but it's just noticing the quality. All of a sudden, it's like you become more aware of the energy around you, and could be yours. It could be some other stuff that's floating around you. So letting ourselves drop down because this is part of the being. Notice whatever tension is showing up. Let's focus. Well, if there's an area that's standing out more strongly than where I'm going, then go with that. That's fine, or follow along. Notice like the chest area, the whole rib cage, front and back. So let's gently bring our awareness down to that area. Soft focus, just kind of, so that soft focus is sort of like the peripheral awareness when you're like, for example, driving. Your vision, your eyes are so focused ahead on the road, but you have that peripheral awareness. You are aware of that, more or less consciously, of what's in a certain frame of visual reference that your eyes are picking up. So about, what's that, 190, half of 360, so 180. There we go. Or it could be, actually could be a little further back, but at least 180. So that peripheral awareness, and you're not staring at it, but you're aware of that. So same thing, where you just kind of soften that focus, that intense awareness of the frontal lobe of the brain. So one thing you can do to soften that focus, to just kind of slow everything down, to become more aware of whatever's going on for yourself in your space, in your space, your physical body, right, what's right around you, or at least, is to simply kind of, so I'll have everybody start there. Look at something in front of you and feel yourself like really here, really looking out your eyes and really here. And almost like you're pushing yourself out of your face, and you're like staring intently at it. Now just take a deep breath, relax that, and let that slide back. Let yourself like feel like you're just drifting back in your head, at least till you get to the middle of your head. And take a deep breath into wherever you are. Some of you have kind of googly eyes, where it's a little bit more the frontal lobe, but it's that kind of googly eyes with the cartoon characters where the eyes pop out, kind of like that. So relax your eyes too, if you feel that. And you can just say something to yourselves like, okay, let's just relax for a minute. Be aware of that you're sitting on something at the same time. Slowly just drift back. Yeah, there you go. The googly eyes just kind of pulled, relaxed in. So that's good. And wherever you are, so it's more kind of, your awareness is more centered in you, your head. Take a deep breath into there. And then on the exhale, just let yourself float down. Come down to the rib cage, the upper torso area. Yeah. There we go. And feel like you're sitting in the center of your chest. And just becoming aware of what you notice. See if you can get a sense of like being inside your body. And so your body is a container. The skin is the edge of that container. And as you become more aware of that container that you're sitting in, that your awareness is in, you might start noticing, getting a sense of, oh, okay, this feels different now. Get a sense, more or less clear, of maybe stuff that's just here. And pay attention to, there's a color to it, there's a texture. We're not going to go into what that's about, because that's going to possibly be very different for everybody here. And that's okay. You can kind of do that on your own here. But notice how you've suddenly created this separation. This is the more important piece. What's there, if you pick up that information, that's fine. But the most important piece is notice that separation that you've just created for yourself as you've gone through what I've been guiding you through, of you, that container that you're in, your body, that is you at the physical level, and then also the stuff out here. That's not you. And a minute ago, or at the beginning, or before you got on the call even, there wasn't that distinction. So one of the pieces of the being, chilling into the being here, is all of a sudden you become aware of what is you and what is not you. So let's stay with that and see how well you can just be in that space inside of you. And noticing, it's like, okay, here I am inside my body, inside my little body container, my earth suit, and whatever is external to you, and staying aware. Your awareness is basically on yourself, and the peripheral awareness. Remember, like driving. So the main focus is the road ahead. The main focus here is the body, and the peripheral awareness is picking up that information to the side. Front, back, could be behind you too, above you, whatever. But off, separate. And let's stay with this, because this is a really good exercise for strengthening, staying in yourself, and building that strength of distinction. Helps create boundaries, energetic boundaries, mental, emotional boundaries. And when you create boundaries at those levels, it starts to also create and reinforce those physical level boundaries. Carolina, birth suit, that too. Which birth suit are we talking about, though? We get more than one birth suit, don't we? But earth suit. I said. I can't remember what I think. I said. Did I say earth suit or earth suit? Birth suit. Yes. This birth suit for Earth. So you might feel like you might have a sense like this outline of light that's basically skin level, your body outlining, giving you that outline. Either love it. Yes. And staying focused on that, and maybe feeling your skin reinforce that. It might be really hard to hold it in your mind. And it becomes hard to hold it because it's because of the habit of always paying attention to what's going on around you. So it kind of comes into, connects up to ADD, ADHD, PTSD, trauma, where you're always having to you're always having to pay attention to what's in your environment so that you can be safe, and it's a survival mechanism too. So if you find yourself, you're paying attention to something else, come back into that, and you touch your skin, your cheeks, or bringing yourself back into just that awareness, focused on your container. It's like the water inside of the vase, You're the water, your awareness, and it's more than your awareness, but it's your essence, it's your being. That's the water. Your body is like the vase. Yeah, that kind of helped people click into it a little bit more. And breathing into that awareness, breathing with that awareness. Yeah, you guys are doing good. And if you hop somewhere else, that's fine. Just come back. This is skills development we're doing today. And practicing in this space, because it's a more kind of cohesive space to do this in. When you're on your own, you might have a hard time, or when something starts coming up, you might have a hard time. That's okay, because doing the practice here helps to build that strength. And so just, again, your mind wanders off somewhere else to beyond, to what's beyond your skin. It could be anything that's right next to your skin or further away, or even on the other side of the world. Your mind's going to where that person is you're thinking about, or that conversation you had, or whatever, that event. Okay, come back. Yeah, so physically shaking for about 24 hours. Nervous system in overdrive, yeah. Your adrenals take some stuff to help your adrenals also, like stress complex, like vitamin B's. C is real important, magnesium, because your adrenals are just like firing it off. So it's beyond your nervous system. So just make sure to take care of that. So that's enough for everybody. When you're in a stress, even if it's just kind of this emotional upset, it's gonna screw around with your adrenals. It's gonna just make them on all the time. So your adrenals are not meant to be on all the time. So if you've been physically shaking for 24 hours, your adrenals have been going nonstop for 24 hours. So we just need to give them a little extra support L-tyrosine is also an amino acid that's really helpful for the adrenals, but even just B complex, stress tab, you know, with B, vitamin Bs and C. Yeah. Check to see how much you have in a B complex, because it might be not enough. And vitamin Bs are easy to take more of because they're water soluble. So that they'll just get washed out by drinking. You know, there's vitamin A and E is there, for example, are oil soluble, so those don't get cleared out of the system as quickly. Yeah. But then the question is that then you know, when you have that, it's like you have to take care of the physical body, but then it's like, okay, what is causing this trigger? That is not a normal state to be in. So what's causing that? What's that trigger coming from? So coming back into that focus of the body, let's take a nice deep breath into all that explanation and talking. Hold it at the top, hold it, and then release it completely out, really. And this is an important piece for what we just came up. So just push all the breath out, just focus on just breathing out, 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 out. Till it just kicks back in, just like what I did. Then coming back into the breath, coming back into the center of your body, the center of your bottle, your vase, that glass vase that you are. Yeah, there we go. Focusing on, again, the vase, the suit of your body, the container of your body. Focusing on that. Yeah, you've got a lot of weird stuff around you, Sydney. It's like that needs to be cleared out. And anybody else, if you notice that there's that other stuff around you that doesn't feel so great, whatever it is, that conversation with your boss at work, this whatever it is, the traffic jam in the street that just got you all frazzled, come into this. Take another deep breath into what you're noticing. Exhale it out. Think of the chickens. Think of the kitties. Come back. Yes, there you go. Container. Focus on the container. Breathe into that. Exhale through your mouth with a soft sound to remind your body. It's like, oh, we're in relaxed state now. So it's an auditory signal to the body. That's important to remember. Just a soft exhale. Yeah, there's the body going, oh, okay. Not if you're doing it fast, because if you're breathing fast, that's already another signal. Put a deep breath in and then, yeah. Coming back to that awareness of your container, skin level. Let's light it up here. Oh. Take a deep breath into that, Sydney. Just deep breath in. Separate out from that, because that trigger is external to you. Come into yourself. Get your mind out of that. You know, that's the problem with the sharp mind. That's the downside of a sharp mind. Sharp intellect is your mind gets too caught up into that. So right here, right now, not being able to trust has to do with not trusting yourself to begin with. And hoping to be able to depend on external. So same story coming up again that you were dealing with in England. And so again, what is that trigger about? Okay, we won't dive into this too much. But it's like, okay, here comes, so for everybody, you know, if you work through something, let's take a deep breath in before I get into this. Hold it and then exhale it, soft sound. Letting yourself just relax in, come into that awareness of your, turning your awareness inward to you, to yourself. There we go. Many of our big programs and patterns are simply not going to be patterns, programs, however you want to label it, that you're going to get over in one time. It's going to keep coming up. If you observe carefully, you'll notice that it kind of comes up, but there's something different about it each time. Just going through the layers. If they're big patterns, then your system is going to be taking you through layers instead of going all the way to the core and then just blasting the whole thing out and be done with it. Because it's not going to work that way. If you go to the core, most cases, occasionally you can do this, but generally speaking, if you go to the core of an issue and then just blast it all out, your system is going to very likely just freak out at such a drastic change and pull out even further out away from being centered on yourself than you were before. Because it's too much at once for your system. So your system knows how to handle this. This part up here, the mind, thinks it's like, well, let's just cut to the chase. Well, boom, blast it out. And, you know, I mean, totally get it. I've been there. But your system knows how it needs to go through this. So just go slowly, slowly, slowly. Well, okay, so Sydney says, maybe that's what I'm doing all in one go, okay? You just want to be done with the thing because you don't want to really, there's stuff that you need to go through, that you need to just get to that place of just letting go. And you're just so hoping that you'll never have to deal with this again. So this is good for all of us, because I have certainly been there. It's like, well, I want to be done with XYZ. So let's just clear it all out. Your system is going to do exactly what it needs to do, regardless of what you're thinking up here and you're trying to do up here. And it's challenging. It's there certain situations will feel particularly challenging because we're in the middle of it more than other situations. It is really hard when you get, you know, find yourself in basically homeless, you know, whether we're even homeless in terms of having your own place, your own home, that, you know, you could be staying with friends, but you could get, you know, asked to leave 1 minute to the other. And you're in that state of just kind of you don't know. And all of this is happening up here because when you can surrender and let go and come into deeper, it will open up. But the thing is, as long as we're up here, we get caught up in this piece of trying to control, trying to make it happen a certain way. And as long as we're trying to just control and be in charge up here, it just is never going to happen. It's like you got this part down here that's going, excuse me, I know what I'm doing here. And yeah, I know you're feeling right on the edge, but I know what we're doing. And up here, it's like, no, no, no. You feel yourself like right on the edge of the cliff, and it's like, no, no. And you gotta let go. You gotta jump. It's not easy, and the difficulty for you, Sydney. So anybody else who's in this space, when you have a strong intellect, when you have that clear head, strong intellect, you can really capture ideas and stuff and whatever. That becomes your worst enemy because it becomes this thing that you've learned to be in charge of, you've learned to control with, to be in charge of yourself, to be in control of what's happening around you. And it becomes your worst enemy because it needs to let go. Because all the stuff you had in your head is off. It's off because it is around control and survival. And that will not take you where you need to go. So bit by bit, those layers will come off. And I don't know if we have a problem with the chat again. The same thing that happened last time where it's telling me to activate the chat, please enable channels. So I don't know what that's about, but so those layers are going to come piece by piece by piece, and it's that safety mechanism so you don't blow yourself out of the water because this system doesn't really want to do that. So we have to be patient. We just have to, we say patience, but what it's really about is we just need to be in the present moment, to be in what's happening now. So let's take a nice deep breath into this. Because one thing that you can be sure about that's present moment now is your physical body. Not your mind, not your emotions, not your energy. Because your energy could be picking up something else, you think it's you. Your physical body is the strongest force you have in the present moment, in this physical reality. So let's take another deep breath in, hold at the top, and then exhale it out. Exhale as much as you can, all the way out. Oh, yeah, there's that sigh of release. Coming into the awareness of your breath, your body, what you're sitting on. coming into that, your your awareness, your being, your essence, like the water in the vase of your body. Yeah, there we go. Somehow that image is really a nice one for people today. Holding that image in your awareness and in your mind. Glass vase, and you're the water in that vase. Feeling your body as that vase. Yeah, very nice, very good. You're just going to sit here for a little bit. Just staying with that water of you in the base of your body. Hey, Laria. Yeah, there's Sydney. There's a bunch of people in here. Welcome, Hilaria. If you just joined in, we're in that chilling and being here today, as usual. But we're hitting a nice spot. So not sure when you jumped in. So again, just a reminder for everybody else and for Laria, just deep breath in and then release it out through your mouth. Coming into that awareness in your body. Again, just that image of the water in that base of your body. So when we're up in our minds, it's like that water trying to go up to the top of the vase and go out of the vase. I know, it's like the gravity is pulling down. Let yourself be just anchored, relaxed down. Let that water settle into the vase. Yeah. And with each breath, just settling in more. So for those of you, if you're noticing that it's like that water of the vase trying to pull itself out of the vase. Yeah, because I can feel that. I can see that for some people. Focus on what you're sitting on. So that part of your container, your feet on the floor, what you're sitting on. Bring your awareness down to that lower half of you. Yeah. Allowing your breath to get deeper. Allowing yourself to settle. Now, so coming back to that image of the vase in the water, it's like the water getting poured in and it kind of splashes all over the place, and that's being up in the mind, and then comes down and maybe it's swishing side to side, and then getting to that place where it's just sitting in there. And it's okay if your emotions are coming up and you're crying or you feel like crying. Let that come through. Because holding it in is part of what's causing the water to splash. Oh, Centaur Wellness. Hello, I just noticed you. And I was looking at this little icon of one. So, good to see you, Dorothy. And yeah, no need to. I, I I was confused by that too. But if you're on Instagram, you don't have to ask to join the live video. You're on automatically. The live video actually pulls you up on the camera. Yeah, really nice to see you. And just checking on the Instagram side, everybody's doing pretty well here, yeah. So we'll just hang out longer. This is good space. Could end now, but why not? Why not just hang out longer and really just allow everybody to be in this space? So just chilling and being. Letting yourself, with every exhale, letting yourself relax even more. Every once in a while, you can, it's something I just learned with this Qigong course that I'm doing. So actually doing it, not just learning intellectually, but learning by doing, is you could take a roller. You can actually do this with a broomstick if you don't have a roller to do that in, but roll it against your body, or even just tightening up your body. So you go through, like you can do your arms and tighten your fingers, tighten your hands, tighten your wrists, tighten your forearms, and go through your whole body like that. Tighten, tighten. And as you tighten, you want to exhale out. So just little short bursts, exhale. So you take a deep breath in, and then you start tightening. And as you tighten, you just do that short breaths out, because that will keep the pressure from building up in your internally. That could cause your blood vessels to burst. So let's go the pressure. And then you slowly release out and bring your arms down back to regular position. That's a great release. That's a great release for all the tension up here, mental tension. Your body holds on a lot to the mental tension. So that's a way to just kind of relax it out. Yeah, there we go. So just being in this space of so this is just the pure being here, guys. Yeah, I became a concerned look. Just tried that. I loved it. Yes. So do that. It's really nice doing before in the evenings because it's like, oh man, you realize how much stress you're taking. So you can do that with rollers. You could probably look that up on YouTube where you really kind of, but you have to hold your body at the same time, but you can use that, or even just taking a broomstick, putting it on the floor, and with your feet, just slowly, 1 foot at a time, where you're slowly working your way down across the feet, and you pull back and you just gently push into it, and then roll forward a little bit, push into it, lift, pull forward, push into it. Um, and you do 1 foot, stand with both feet on the ground, you will feel the difference. Stress out of that body. And then you do the other foot. So even just doing your feet, if, you know, is a really nice relaxer. Take that stress out. And that might, yeah, so Sydney, that might be really good for you. For anybody, any of you are like, God, this has been really stressful. Or you're just noticing just this tension, doing something like that. And if you don't have a big body roller, what you can do is you could take like again a broomstick handle, kind of round it, and just kind of iron your legs with. You can do your legs, especially your butt, your front your legs, and do it. Just don't do it too hard to bruise yourself, but just to relax that out. Yeah. But the squeezing is an easy one to do. So just squeeze, just go through your body. Again, I'll recap that. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and then start to squeeze, and you could go slowly through your arms. You can do just your arms, your whole body, and then move into your whole body. And as you're squeezing, exhale out, do these. So you're not breathing in and out. You take a deep breath in, and then as you squeeze. And then when you've gotten as far as you can squeeze, just slowly open up, relax out, and bring yourself back into normal position. Normal position. I'm doing that because it's like just squeezing up here and then letting your arms slowly drop down and taking a deep breath in. That will also apparently hydrate your muscles. So Qigong lessons for extending my Qigong, what I'm learning from my Qigong class for you, but it's a really good relaxation and release. And it will most likely, you'll feel happy after you do it. I certainly do. All right, really good. A little side bonus here for the beingness. Yeah. Okay. Really nice, everybody. So one last deep breath in, hold it at the top. Release it out. Let yourself come into that deeper state of yourself, letting your awareness float into the center of your so back from your forehead to the center of your head, and then down into your body. And again, the water of your being coming into and settling down into the container of your body. There we go. Yeah, good job, everybody. Good work. As we wrap this up, I'll just flash, oops, my little QR code over on YouTube. If you care to make a little donation, that's always nice to get. I don't say it, I'm going to say it right now. Thank you. There's people who have donated. Excuse me. I suddenly get this little notice. It's like, oh, donations. Like, oh, that's so nice. So I really appreciate that. That's fun. So I don't send out notifications because then it's like I have to find the email or whatever. But so thank you for those who have in the past. Instagram, you can go to link in the bio and I'll take you to the place where you can do that. Good, nice chill session today. So come back to this to practice that holding your awareness solid. We did that more strongly at the beginning, first half, to build up that skill for yourself. Because when mayhem breaks out, whatever level mayhem breaks out around you, when you can, the more you can do that for yourself, the stronger you'll be able to just hold, withstand what's going on, not get thrown off, stay steady in your being, in yourself, in your life, and steady for everybody else around you. That will help people more, and your pets, whatever, also will appreciate that more than freaking out with everybody else. So good job, good work, good to see you. Some people, you, Carl, we had Carl for, I'm wondering if you've already shown here before, but I can't remember. But good to have you. Good to have everybody and people. So whenever else we can connect in the ethers, on here, in a message, whatever. And some of you I'll be seeing soon. Others of you I haven't seen for a while. Good to catch up. Like Dorothy, it'd be nice to catch up with you and see what you're up to. And everybody else also. So take care, everybody. Good to see you. See you next time. Next week, we're back to 6 hours time difference with the Eastern US and Canada. So we're going to be back to the 6 hour, the normal time for those of you in the States, because we're shifting this weekend in Europe. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you wherever we see you again next time. Like I said, here, the ethers